one-loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
What is that? 19! 50. Like 50. Hey, pick your game up. Alert flag. Alert. 59.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Hey, what is that? 19! 54! I got you, son.
On first down, Miller. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
On 2nd and 9. Watts into a double team and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of the game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, D. Check 54. Go.
From the 44, Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Dixon. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is caught by Fells, right side. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson now to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Watson now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. On the counter, it's Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, goal. Sound goal. Sound goal.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Out to Cole on the right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, goal, stone goal. Check. Mark 55, Mark 55.
Here's Foles. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Jones. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And here comes the Texans now. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Good set. Good 18. Watch the flag. Watch the flag. Watch the 25. Watch the flag. Check.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Set. 19. 24. That's the 59. That's the pass. 59. Check. 59.
3rd and long. It's Watson. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Josh Allen in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. The Texans send the punter out as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And taken right at the 35. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hayden full. Everybody, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Coming in.
Foles. And he's got the rookie from Oklahoma, Marquise Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Everybody, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Watch the run. Watch the run. Slam.
Now Foles. Looking left side, that's complete to Oliver. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. J.J. Watt in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Watch twins. Check to all good.
Fournette running out of the gun. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not, because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Going for it all. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. The kick by Lambeau is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
He's coming.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now it's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now this throw caught left side, and they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. They'll run on first down. Miller, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his second touchdown on the season, and the Texans have retaken the lead. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And that makes it 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Check 55.
2nd and 15. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. back to throw. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hey, Steve 6. Tackle. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked.
Intercepted. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it first and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The throw taken in by Cole. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Again, it's Fournette. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another first and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
44-yard line.
Here we go. Flat. Ready. Go.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Here we go.
First down.
Here we go. Be alert.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's get in there. Pick. Under.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He's got the first down inside the 10. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
He's checking. Watch safety green.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. This will be caught just inside the 10. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Tighten up. Jim. Kill. Hey, Tyler.
Here's Fournette. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambeau will put this one through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like that one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch the screen. Double up. 36. Check 59, Mike. Mike to 59.
Out of the gun, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Check.
From the gun, here's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
At their own 9-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Open man right side is Shark. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. So that one will be accepted.
Let's go, baby.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Here we go, team. Here I come. Everyone, 37's the Mike. Mike 37. Let's go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And oh, that is going to be a safety. So troubles here offensively. I tell you, the noise in this dome, that has got to make it harder for these guys to hear.
Sometimes I find myself shouting up here. But you're right. If you can't communicate well or get off the snap count properly, it can cause big problems, and this qualifies as a big problem.
And this will be taken at the 13. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Watson operating from the gun. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 30-yard line.
This is it. 19. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Watch the 59. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the 19.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, meaning taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it, a costly turnover. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The kick by Lambeau is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got 3.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always.
At their own 25-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Watson now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Carter. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Watson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson out to his left. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Hey, let's get in that hole.
On 1st down, it's Miller. And he's Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans have broken the tie. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
20. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. I got it.
He'll look to throw. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson going to give this one to Miller. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. He's back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Now Foles. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter.
Fair catch, made it at 25 yards.
Let's go!
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We're set. 19. 50 to mine. All day, punt.
Watson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25.
Hey, come on, 31.
Now Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Carter. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Texans first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Mike, we're set. 19. 59. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now it's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, Watson. Throw left side, complete to QT. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 32 that time.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Watson with a give to Miller. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
At the Jaguars' 30-yard line.
You're set. You 18. That QB's traps. Let's go.
Faking the give. Now Watson on the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
You're set. You 18. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
A 1st down carry now for Miller. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
This is set. 19. Check. 59. Set the turn, defense. Set the turn, defense.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Here's Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Foles. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Overtime with less than 2 minutes to play, and we are still all tied. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. A shotgun give to Fournette. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Kill. Turn up. Kill.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Now, partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one,
on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime.